Good evening, good afternoon, whoever you find yourself in this weird, wild, wacky world of ours, and welcome to the exciting Summer Darkness in Dublin. This evening's scene takes place in the bar area of the Gaiety Theatre, which has also been used as the vampires' common meeting ground and social elysium. It is a large, well-appointed bar that is used to holding the creme de la creme who flock here during the intermissions of shows in order to discuss the latest great and good to strut and fret their moment upon Dublin's stage before vanishing. We shall join our friends and compatriots as they enter. At this point, I'm going to excuse myself. I will be back in a few minutes. You are the only ones in the bar when you arrive, so feel free to socially interact as you will.
David will enter first, I suppose. He's a very large Samoan man wearing a flannel jacket and a pair of jeans. Um, he's got his hair kind of tied back for this evening because it's the court, and he's not really court, but it's still Elysium, so he wants to at least make a token effort. Um, and he will just kind of walk in, just wait for other people to show up, take a seat by the bar.
Esme is going to walk in through the door, front door, wiping her mouth off right quick. She's not like wiping blood off her mouth or anything. She's just kind of wiping it off, almost like she feels something on there. Yeah.
Dimitri will come in. He's carrying a large newspaper. He's going to look around, nod over to David, go find a side seat, sit down, and start reading the newspaper. He's not being antisocial. He's just letting people come to him if they really want to talk to him. He's not hiding in any corner or anything.
Mm-hmm. David will nod back at Dimitri and turn his attention to Esme and kind of give her the sup nod.
Esme will throw it right on back.
I ain't seen you around here before.
Yeah, I'm kind of new around here. What's up, man?
How much? Name's David Morris. I'll hold a hand out to shake.
Esmeralda Martinez. She'll shake his hand. But most people just call me Esme.
Pleasure.
Walking through the door, two people are having a conversation. You will see both Hennessy and Delano step into the room. They're stepping into the room from the stage door entrance, which means they've just come out of the prince's court, if he is actually present. You'll hear Delano say, "You have got to be joking me, Monsieur Hennessy." Hennessy's response is kind of he flexes his wrist as he kind of grips his hand, and he'll say, "No, I wish that I was, Mr. Delano. However, that is indeed the ruling. You know that the other clans will not stand for this, and they will see it as some kind of insult. I am aware of this fact, Mr. Delano. However, ultimately it was the only way in order to ensure that they wouldn't be systematically, seen as weak, shall we say. Very well, I will go and make the nuns and the adjustments in the Arpis Ledger, but I warn you, heads will roll over this, Monsieur Hennessy. As you say, Mr. Delano, you may consider me enlightened by your candor, shall we say." With that, Delano kind of straightens his suit, and brushes himself off before he strides from the room through the opposite door. Hennessy, for his part, stands in the middle of the room for a second before he lets out. He sits on one of the bar chairs for a moment, and he will very simply take a bottle from. This is quite interesting. He takes a bottle from behind, from under the bar itself, and he pours a shot glass into it, and he knocks back the shot. It's of some kind of whiskey or some kind of brown alcohol, but you can see he's able to drink it through the physical confines of his mask, which is pretty interesting. But you don't see his mouth. Oh, well, this has been one palatial shitstorm after another. Good evening, gents and ladies.
Evening, Seneschal. How do you find yourself?
Well, I've got the Harpy who's decided to, shall we say, declare a PR war, and I've got the Prince who's decided to throw fuel on the fire. So I'm doing wonderful. Are you doing well? I hope you're doing well.
Can't complain.
That's good. And Miss Martinez, lovely to see. You have something on your chin.
Oh, I thought I got all of it. I apologize. Thank you.
The Prince has named a new Master of Elysium, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just about to make the official announcement.
Well, I'll wait with a bated breath, as it were.
He selected some pisshead neonate from Clan Malkavian who no one's ever heard of.
Oh yeah? What's his name?
Rothschild.
Out of character, was that the one in the hospital scene?
No.
No? Okay, cool.
I don't recognize the name. The newspaper will fold down, showing Dimitri.
Alexander Rothschild, to be exact. And no, I wouldn't have expected you to hear of him. No one fucking has. But, then again, there's a reason for this. There's always a reason. Recently, shall we say, certain members of Clan Malkavian have received such a verbal, physical, and anotherworldly punching that it has made the clan look untenably weak. So the prince has had to desperately attempt to prop them up, and to this end, to wit, he has needed to nominate a reasonably competent, if young Malkavian to a post of office that I do not know if they'll be able to hold down.
Far be it for me to question the prince's decisions, but what exactly happens if he ain't up to the task, as it were?
You see, that's what I'm currently trying to work out, Mr. Morris. Now, maybe you can help me. You're a smart, enterprising individual. It's either the prince is attempting to do this as a roll of the dice in order to see if Clan Malkavian can indeed be pulled back from the inevitable fires of Beelzebub that they currently have themselves set in, or he's doing this in order to prove Clan Malkavian are in fact weak and other people should act against their interests in order to allow the clan to simply topple. Either which of these would be entirely, shall we say, within reason and modus operandi of one who holds practice in the city. But I don't exactly know which it is. Which would you say it is?
You know, again, not trying to throw shade at the prince or nothing, but I could see it being more the latter, perhaps. Although he might see something in this young Malkavian, I don't think he has, or is the kind of person to have quite the best look on the clan as a whole. He seems very, very proper, and Clan Malkavian is typically anything but. You're right. Yeah.
You're not wrong. Then again, he has also commissioned the man. Apparently he is, and I'll give him credit, from what I'm led to understand, he is an architect of some genuine skill. Apparently he has set the man a task of building a new Elysium. So, as a matter of fact, it'll be announced in the papers probably the day after tomorrow, or the day after that. There's a new Museum of Modern Art to be built in Dublin City Centre that's being funded by certain private interest developers.
Interesting. I never really got much modern art personally, but I'm sure it'll be pretty to look at the very least.
Maybe this Malkavian got put up to the task because he was one that no one knew of. Comparatively, he'd be a blank slate, which means that there wouldn't be any prior opinions of him.
That's an excellent theory, Miss Esme. However, ultimately, we will only see in time. Unfortunately, Mr. Dougal has done enough fucking damage in order to irreparably make the Clan of the Moon seem as though they're the Clan of the scene as though they're the Clan of the Eclipse. So we'll have to see how it all moves forward, won't we?
Hmm.
Who's this one?
Oh, I do believe that Mr. Morris has encountered Dr. Dougal before.
I have. Can't say I'm a huge fan of him, but he hasn't done anything to immediately get, left for the sun or nothing. Um, how's Sketcher doing? He seemed kind of uncomfortable with the way the good doctor was treating him last time we met.
That's because the very first time my child came into contact with Mr. Dougal, he deigned to call him a creature and subhuman.
Huh.
There's audible grinding of teeth.
Hey, that's fucked up.
Yeah, I can't say I'm personally a fan of that myself.
My child has done nothing to no one. He is a very sweet individual who likes nothing more than doing his art and occasionally doing work for me. I was most disconcerted with the fact that certain individuals deigned to insult him based upon his current physical positioning due to being a member of Clan Nosferatu. And if anyone was to do that again, I would be most disconcerted.
Well, Mr. Seneschal, at the risk of sounding like I'm brown-nosing, you have my word, should I encounter anybody trying such, I will deal with the situation and make sure you are duly noted.
Oh, I give you all universal rights of destruction if that happens again. Kill them all. Wonderful. I'll deal with the consequences.
I have a curious question.
By all means.
This moron who deigns to piss off our noble clan. He's not the same one that decided to insult the Red Alistair. Was it Red Alistair?
That would indeed be the same gentleman.
Oh, jeez.
This
And he's
man does
still
not,
in the city?
Yeah, I was going to say, this man doesn't seem the brightest.
No. However, he is friends with one of the more enterprising young kindred, or young, for a matter of perspective, I suppose, young kindred in the city in the form of Mr. Ryan Fermo. Have any of you made his acquaintance?
I think so, yeah.
Now, that individual is going places. He possesses art and understanding that is rare to be found to the loyalty of the Camarilla. So, mostly, I think the reason that the sword of Damocles has not descended upon the good doctor is because we do not wish to insult his friends.
Well, one could say that goes both ways. Dr. Vermo could be pulling himself down a bit, being friends with this Dr. DeGaulle or whatever.
This is a reasonable assessment. However, unfortunately, this has eaten up most of my night, and I am now going to have to go. He will look down at a small golden pocket watch he will remove from the inside fold of his coat. I am now going to have to go and inform the Nosferatu or the Malkavian Primogen of the happy news of the elevation of his clanmate, which means that I'm now going to be indisposed. You three could not do me a small service, could you?
I mean,
Of course.
I don't mind doing anything.
It shouldn't take you more than an hour or so. There's a club, or what's it called? It's called Cornucopia. It's right down by the Docklands. Nice little place, from what I'm led to understand. I merely have a package waiting there that can be collected from the manager of the nightclub, a Mr. Debrosny. Simply collect the package and have it brought back here and left the coat check for me, and I would be eternally grateful.
Sounds good.
I think we can
Alright.
get that taken care of.
What was that, Esme?
Oh, I just said I think we can get that taken care of.
Does Esme have Dotson Drive?
Nope.
Cool.
I do. No,
I do.
I don't. Never mind. Sorry. Wrong
And
character.
as he's walking out, he will very casually toss the keys to a car to David.
David looks at the keys. Sir, I drove my truck here.
That's fine. However, you can drive your truck home. When you're driving for me, you have to make a certain statement of style.
Alright, fine. Fair enough.
Okay, so we pick the package up and we bring it back here, or all right. Alrighty, you got it.
All right then. In that case, I shall bid you all good evening. And Esme, you have my number. Should you have my actual number as opposed to my everything is on fire number? Should anything be required?
Alrighty. Hopefully it shouldn't go that bad, though. It's just a pickup, right? That's the worst that can happen.
You see,
David instinctively turns to the bar and knocks on the wood a couple times.
so as you guys go out, you will see parked out front the carriage, which the carriage which the key goes to. It is a very, very luxurious looking Bentley.
Hmm.
Your mind.
Shotgun.
If anyone here has the eat food merit, the answer is yes. It has a minibar.
Let's see.
Y'all make yourself comfortable. I gotta do something real quick. David will unlock the doors for the pair of them, and then he's gonna go over to his truck real quick. And he's going to murmur sweet nothings about how he doesn't mean it, and and how his truck is his one true love into the mirror. And then he's gonna go back and get into the driver's seat.
You have no idea how tempted I am to have that truck stolen when you get back.
Okay, no, if that truck gets stolen, we may have to do a subplot.
I will be rolling frenzy checks for the rest of the night if that truck
Right,
gets
because
stolen.
we're going to get that fucking truck back.
Stolen by mages that make the truck sentient. All right.
All right.
So yeah, Evan, I've put on Mask of a Thousand Faces, just regular Joe Blow, and I've got false reflection.
All righty then. As you drive and wend and twist your way through the city, until you drive and twist and wend your way through the city until you eventually find yourself out in front of this nightclub. It's kind of one of those more upmarket rave style clubs. So you can hear the like pulsing techno music from within that really gets your heart beating, and you can feel it kind of resonate through you a little bit. But yeah, you step out into the cold, bracing night air.
Yo, this used to be my jam. I'm cool with it.
Yeah, it's alright. Is there a long line out the door, Evan?
There is, in fact, yes.
Alright.
You have 30 people waiting to get in.
David's a big motherfucker, so he's just going to find a spot in line for himself way up towards the front, and I'll roll either appearance or manipulation intimidation, depending on what you prefer.
Hold on, Tiger. Hold on, Tiger.
Okay.
You still may have to make that roll, but there's a girl above appearance too with you guys. We just gonna walk right in.
You're right.
You know what? Fuck it. Yeah, they'll look at me up and down like a kind of and you will be allowed in, along with the two gents.
Yeah.
As you enter, for the record, you will immediately hear a song that Esme will recognize as they start to pump a techno remix of Aqua's Barbie Girl.
Yes. She starts singing along to that shit.
I hate modern music.
This is what the club looks like on the inside, with a large dance floor. The lights themselves are pretty low and moodish, but you see a number of people dancing on the tables. And can you please maybe perception alertness rolls, please? Difficulty
Perception.
7 minus all specs.
Lit. Actually, I am not going to activate Auspex for this because we are in a club.
Well, you can elect to not do it for hearing.
Oh, fair. Yeah, I'll just do it for sight.
Yes, because this is site-based.
Yeah, because I really don't want to be deafened and like have the smell of sweaty dancing bodies and booze and smoke.
Ooh, get it.
Yeah.
I think we.
What was the difficulty again? I'm sorry.
7 minus all spectacles.
Okay.
3 successes. Not bad.
Plus. Oh wow. Does detail oriented count?
Yes.
Cool. I got 8 successes.
Holy shit.
Fuck.
I'll tell you where it comes from and your mama. All right, you guys all see, because like I was gonna say, it was gonna be quite a difficult roll. It was gonna have a threshold of 3 successes. So you all see, there's a number of people who are sitting in dark, secluded corners of this bar who are basically they have their glasses on the table and they're using their glasses to crush a bright red crystal, and they're snorting the bright red crystal that they crush into powder.
This is what we all catch with it?
Yeah.
Does Streetwise cover any of this? Or is this just some shit I've never seen?
If you want to make an intelligence streetwise check, guys, you can.
That moment where
Difficulty?
you have low intelligence.
Difficulty 6. Standard diff.
4 successes.
Damn! I got 2.
I got 3.
I was going to say this is going to be a threshold of 2 successes, so everyone is good. This is a drug that is called Cult, Spelled Kult. It is a really, really strong. Amphetamine that is known to cause hallucination. That is hallucinogenic and euphoric highs, as well as incredible bouts of extra energy. Is also brutally addictive. Sorry, continue. Yeah, sorry, continue. Ted.
I was just gonna ask, is that a real drug or is that a fictional one?
This doesn't exist IRL.
Okay.
As far as you know.
Yeah.
If it existed at the time that Esme was around, she might have done it once or twice. Shit.
No, you only became aware of it since you woke up, basically.
Okay, that's legit.
But there are quite a few people in here doing it.
So look over. Oh shit! See the party favor they got?
I don't like the look of it.
I'm not sure it's made to be looked at, to be fair. But I get what you're saying.
Right. Who are we supposed to talk to here?
I forgot how to pronounce the name, Evan. It was something that started with
the owner, whose name is Mr. Dubrovnik.
Dubrovnik. Okay. Let me put that in the. Is that how it's spelled?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, she's gonna say. I think it's the owner of this place. Last name Dubrovnik?
Dubrovnik, okay.
Yeah, it sounds Russian.
Yes.
I'm assuming there's like a bar in this club.
Yes, indeed there is. It stretches along one of the entire sides of the wall, on the left-hand side of the wall. There are a number of people who are clamoring and crowding around it, buying overly priced drinks, etc.
Okay. David's gonna go over to the bar and wave down one of the bartenders.
Yeah. What can I get you, sir?
I need to speak to Mr. Dubrovnik if he's around.
Oh, right. Do you have an appointment?
You could say that.
Okay. I'll let him know that you're here. Sorry, we're kind of swamped at the moment, so it could take a few minutes. Is that all right?
Just tell him Mr. Hennessy sent me. He'll know what you're talking about.
Oh, okay, right. He'll kind of step back a few steps and then turn, and he disappears into a side room. if you guys will, how do I phrase this? Yeah. Would you like to please make me another perception alertness roll this time? Still based on sight. It's going to be difficulty 8.
Oof.
Minus all specs.
Hooray.
Hey,
Oh no, I failed.
But the Auspex
The
still.
hell?
Oh no.
Oh, whoops.
I think I only got aspects too. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Okay.
Ooh, 3 successes.
2 on my
Alright.
end.
It's gonna have a threshold of 3 because it is difficult to see. Ian, you
Ooh, threshold of
have a threshold of 3.
damn.
Ian, you do see this though, and you become immediately aware of it. You see a number of very large, heavy-set guys who are wearing suits and earpieces all of a sudden start to mark where you guys are standing. And they're not necessarily hemming you in, but they definitely are making note of where you are.
He's going to tap David on the shoulder very subtly and do the wiggle of the thumb back and forth, indicating them.
Can I see him now?
Yeah, you can.
David just kind of nods and he acts like he hasn't seen them. I can do a roll for that if you need me to. But
No, it's all fine.
okay. He's just gonna kind of sit casually until they make a move.
Dimitri will tap his own chest, point to the left side, tap you on the shoulder, point to the right.
David will nod.
Sorry, give me just a moment. There we go. A few minutes later, this individual steps out into the bar, and he will look at you all up and down. He's a very pale, sunken features. His eyes are almost rat-like as they glint out at you, and he'll say, "Ah, wonderful company. Would you please step back into my office? We'll be able to have a much more private and polite conversation there."
All right,
Sure.
sounds good.
He will lead you back through the door he came from into an office. The interesting thing about this office is, to one entire side of the room there's a gigantic aquarium that is filled with many different types of fish. So you've come in order to collect Mr. Hennessy's agreed upon package, yes?
Yeah.
That's very good, very good. He will put a briefcase up on the table and he'll say, "Would you like to inspect the merchandise?"
Sure.
Correct.
Not a good idea.
Huh?
Dimitri actually speaks low tone. Not a good idea.
Well, do you want to see it or do you not? There seems to be some dissension in the ranks here.
I'll take a look, make sure everything's on the up and up.
I mean, I've already been paid, so one way or the other, I don't really care. But he will open the case in front of you. Inside, there is about 4 to 5 kilos of cult in little bags.
Hmm. Interesting.
Nods and says, "All right, looks pretty good over here."
4.5 kilos, as agreed. As I said, I've already been paid. He snaps the briefcase closed. So, which one of you am I giving this to?
Esme will motion her head over to Dimitri
No worries.
Dimitri will slide on a pair of gloves.
This is yours then, big man.
He'll take it.
Well, I think that concludes our business.
Alrighty. We don't want to keep you any further, so me and mine will be on our way out.
That's
Thank you.
fine.
Right. Have a pleasant evening, Mr. Dubrovnik.
I most certainly will. Okay. Everyone, please make for me a perception alertness roll, difficulty 9 minus all specs, needing a threshold of 3 successes.
Hot damn. Okay.
Still sight-based.
Still sight-based.
Okay. Can I spend a willpower?
You can.
Yes, spending
will.
willpower.
Nope.
Ah, dang it, 2 successes. Shit.
I got exactly 3. No. Yeah, 3 with the willpower. Because the 10 will get cancelled.
Yep, you're good. I straight failed.
All right. So, as you're walking out of this room, you become aware of 2 things. One, he extends his hand to you to shake your hand before you leave. There is a tiny amount of blood on the cuff of his hand, on the cuff of his shirt, and also there is evidence on the wall that there used to be a bookcase, or there used to be a bookshelf there, but the bookshelf has been removed relatively recently, and you see the fact the wood has been splintered out.
Mr. Dubrovnik, you got a little something there.
What?
Got a little red something there. Like ketchup or something.
He looks down. Oh, nothing. I just cut myself shaving earlier.
Does he have that like 5 o'clock shadow as well? That's in the picture?
Yes, he does actually.
Sorry to pry. Did you get rid of a bookshelf recently?
Yes, as a matter of fact. Unfortunately, we were just redecorating and it didn't suit the new decor.
Huh. Is that why the wood's kind of splintered out like that?
I wouldn't know.
He'll have to forgive me. It's just something. I'm a little bit paranoid, as it were. I see some things. It's kind of off-putting. I get a little worried. You understand.
Absolutely. Not a problem. Are you putting more in-depth looks into scanning the room now?
Yes.
I am, yeah.
Definitely.
Now that David's brought it up.
Make me another perception alertness roll, sight-based, difficulty 8, needing a threshold of 3 successes, and you might get something.
Ooh.
Dang it! Should have spent a willpower.
What the hell?
Oh wait, no. I got 3 because of the 10. If it's detail oriented.
It is, in fact.
Hooray!
No, I only got 2.
Okay. So, you're looking around. Why is there a hand protruding from some of the silt and the sand at the bottom of the aquarium? Oh, dear.
Mr. Dubrovnik. What in the blue monkey hell is that? And he'll point at the hand.
He looks over He looks back and he audibly sighs.
Is that something we need to be worried about? Because I feel like it is. I really do.
I'm sure that we can come to some kind of some kind of understanding here, gentlemen.
Oh, sure, with an explanation.
Hmm. All right. Hey, Ian,
Yes.
you're holding the crate, or you're holding the thing, aren't you?
Yes.
The box. Okay. That he said that there was about 2 or 3. He said no. He said that there were 4.5 kg of cult in there, right?
Yes.
That box is way too heavy to just be 4.5 kgs and the box.
Oh shit.
Dimitri moves back towards the desk and actually moves around the desk. Sets the briefcase on the desk. So, do you wish to tell us? And he speaks with a very, very heavy Russian accent now. Probably the heaviest that anybody's heard him speak with. Well, mostly because he doesn't actually speak very often. So, what's in the case?
I just showed you.
Yeah, yet you just showed us what's on top. It's way too heavy to be 4.5 kilograms of anything.
Do you open the? Hmm? Sorry, you go ahead, Tim.
Oh no. Ian said he was going to open it up again, which
He doesn't. He did. No, he didn't. He did. He did not. He just said he set it on the desk.
Okay. Esme will actually look at Dimitri and ask, "Do you mind opening up just one more time, please? Just want to make sure of something."
He slides it over to David as he stands very close to the Mr. Brovovich, or however the hell you say his name.
Dubrovnik.
Dubrovnik.
Let me know when it's open, because I'm going to do something really specific.
David will open the case.
Evan, I'm going to disbelieve the cult.
In what way?
Just in case this is a specific thing. Just in case what's in there isn't what's actually in there.
No, the
Does
cult
that
is
make
real.
sense?
I can tell you right now, the cult is actually real.
Okay.
Evan, approximately how much did it weigh?
The case, it's hard to tell, but it was much heavier than 4.5 kg. Mind you, the cult seems to the bags containing it take up most of the top space of the thing itself. So you could move the cult to see what was underneath in theory.
Yeah, David will move the bags of colt very gingerly.
There is a bottom to the case. It looks like the same nondescript gray as the case itself.
Okay, I'm going to activate Auspex for sense of touch,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to start feeling around the case to see if there's a false bottom.
Not only do you feel that there is a false bottom, you can feel as if there's something. Yeah, no, that wouldn't make sense. You can feel ever so slight, tiny tremors of movement, as if there was something beeping inside.
Mr. Dubrovnik, you would not be so as untoward to put a bomb in something that you're going to give Mr. Hennessy, would you? Why, that would just be terrible.
There is an audible sigh. I can see, and for the record, the voice entirely changes, that you're going to make this difficult.
Hey, Evan.
Yes.
Oh man, I might do something and fuck up the whole scene. But I want to do this.
Just so
Do it.
everybody knows, Dimitri's face is not happy.
I've got some shit. Oh man, I might derail the whole scene. I'm sorry.
Do it.
I'm gonna spend a willpower to activate that discipline on my sheet.
Okay, to do what?
An image of Hennessy is going to be right behind him, and Hennessy's voice will actually come out and say, "I dearly suggest not making this more difficult, Mr. Dubrovnik."
Can you make them at that level?
Yes, as long as it does not move, I can fool all 5 senses.
Do it.
I know exactly what you're doing. Tim, I know you can't see it right now, but right now I am giving you a high five.
Well, this may not work. Let's see.
Evan, I would like to prep an action to Potent's headbutt Dubrovnik if he fucking tries anything.
All right.
I am preparing a action to drive Dubrovnik's face first into his own desk
Okay.
with potence.
I'm going to go use the restroom real quick, so I will be right back.
Tim,
I don't.
hang on, Tim. You just have to spend a willpower and the thing happens.
Yes, I did spend a willpower, and it's happening. And Hennessy will, quote unquote, Hennessy will say, "Now, my good friend, why would you do something as underhanded as sending me such a explosive package?"
The figure turns and 2 knives come from in the folds of his sleeves as these 2 knives lance through Hennessy's chest, going into the wall behind him from some kind of launcher that are included in his wrists.
Activating my action.
In theory, you can't hold actions just to be when combat begins because that's not how combat works. But yes, you may now. I will let you as an action dex brawl him into the table if you'd like.
Yeah, I realized I wasn't going to actually stop his attack. It was just in reaction to his attack. He was going to, if you know what I mean.
Roll your dex brawl. You get a flanking bonus because they turn their back.
That's
Hey, I at least gave you a
minus.
flanking bonus.
Is that -2 difficulty?
-2 difficulty.
Nice. Let me double check. I think that's 10 dice. That's 8 plus 2. That's 10 dice. That's a lot. That's 6 successes. I'm spending a blood for my automatic 5 damage.
Okay, roll me your strength plus the. I'll give you +3 for the table because you're pounding them into it, plus your automatic successes.
So I just rolled a 7d10 plus, and then add 5 to it after the. Oh, 5 damage.
Actually, it's more than that. It's 5. It's 6 damage because the one doesn't take away from the 7 there.
There's a 6 and a 7, so 7 damage.
All right, so let's see how this one goes.
I am back.
Oh, we're about to throw hands because
good.
Dude Bro turned around and seemingly attacked in air.
Oh, good. Cool.
And Dimitri just slammed his head into his own desk with a lot of potence. I'm assuming that desk is in a couple million pieces.
That desk has been broken rather solidly into two. He managed to soak 3 of it. You did 7. He just took 4 bashing to the cranium.
Is this
So-
dude a vampire?
No.
Oh shit!
Oh wait, is he human?
Ish. I mean, none of you have actually checked to see what he is.
If it's humanish, doesn't he take lethal damage for damage to the head?
Not always, no.
Okay, just checking.
Can I headbutt him?
You can, in fact, headbutt him as he basically kind of, as the head goes down, he kind of rebounds back up, at which point you can headbutt him.
Wonderful. I'm assuming Tooth and Claw does not really apply to this.
No, however, the flanking bonus you get does.
Oh, what's the
Yes.
likeness again? I apologize.
Because he turned around to attack the thing, then his head came down and smashed off the desk from behind. Now he's stumbling upwards, so you're going to headbutt him from behind.
Cool. Is that -2 difficulty?
That is indeed -2 diff. This
Lovely.
unfortunate bastard.
I know Tooth and Claw doesn't, but does lightning reflexes.
Yes.
Wunderbar. I got 4 to hit.
Yeah.
I did not declare blood for potence. I apologize. So I will
If you
not.
want to declare, if you want to use potence, it's fine.
I want to use my potence. Give potence, please.
Is potence plus. Yeah, definitely you can do that.
Okay. So it is. Headbutts are just straight strength, correct?
Yeah, but you're hitting him in the head, so it's actually strength +3.
Oh, Wunderbar. Oh, that would have been a called shot, so my difficulty would have been higher, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would have raised by 2, so it would have actually been 6. So
Okay, it did not affect anything. Wonderful. So strength +3.
Mhm.
And then D10. Do you allow 10s to double on damage rolls?
Mhm.
Cool, I have mighty blows.
that'll do it.
Alright, so that is 4 from the roll and 4 from my potent, so 8.
Oh shit!
He actually cannot soak this sufficiently, so he will be split. His head will be cracked. He'll smash his head into the wall. He takes one, he takes 2 lethal rollover, and he falls on the ground, twitching, but he is unconscious.
Right. We should probably bring this guy to Mr. Hennessy.
There's still a bomb.
There is, in fact, still a bomb.
With enough Sentex in order to reduce this entire building to rubble, if it helps.
Not particularly, Miss.
For the record, this figure appears behind you, standing at the door. You can tell, though the door hasn't opened or closed, so it's clear she's been standing here for quite some time.
Oh shit!
David hangs out with Dr. Brightman a lot, so he's used to people just randomly showing up.
I was gonna say, I don't think you have enough. You only have Auspex 2, don't you?
Correct.
Yeah, she has Obfuscate 4, so you couldn't have pierced it.
Well,
Right.
do I have enough Auspex to pierce it?
You don't have any Auspex.
Do I have enough Auspex to pierce it?
That would be a no.
Exactly.
Peace. I'm not here for violence in Shikami. I'm merely here in order to reclaim my lost property.
Which is?
I'm guessing what's in the case.
No, not at all. It would be the individual you just pummeled and pugilized to the floor, actually.
Well, he has somebody else to answer to right now.
Well, do we have beef?
Allow me to give my formal introduction. My name is Amin Al-Rashara, warrior of Clan Asimite. A pleasure to make your acquaintance.
It is a pleasure. However, he has planned an attack on my clan, which means he must answer to... pardon me. I am Dimitri, Clan Nosferatu.
If it helps, he has planned no such attack. As a matter of fact, this individual here, my ghoul, has been, shall we say, manipulated by outside forces and the usage of the disciplines of dominating presence in order to do what he has done this evening. I am curious why this has happened as much as you. However, I do not wish my property to be needlessly mutilated.
I'm a bit late for that. Tell you
Allow me
what.
to, allow me
sorry,
to
go
be clear. Any more mutilated than he has already been.
Very well. Then tell you what. First off, name's David Morris, Clan Gangrel, Gangrel Primogen in the city. We want to bring him in for questioning. See what or who did this to him and for what reason. Upon finding out that he is no longer a threat, we will gladly hand him back over to you.
Would you like me to disarm the bomb that is currently amid the cult?
Very much
Yes,
so.
sir.
I was about to ask about that.
She walks over and she pops open the false bottom of the case, and you can see, oh Nelly, that's a lot of Sentex. Oh Nelly. She will look to both of you, or look all around the room, and she's like, "Do any of you happen to have a knife on your person?"
Yeah.
David,
Hold on.
Yeah.
Actually, Dimitri will go over and because his hands are gloved, he will pluck one of the knives, assuming out of the wall,
That is acceptable
and hand it to her.
and frugal.
Huh.
She very, very gently slides the knife down between the control circuit, which you assume is the ignition for the bomb, and the bomb itself. And there's a click as she twists the knife. The control and the detonator come loose, and they pop up, and she grabs them in midair, and she will say, "You now have about £20 worth of, or sorry, you now have about £7 worth of Sentex explosive if it is of any value to you."
Dimitri will collect the briefcase.
I should reiterate, Clan Assamite have no quarrel with the Camarilla here in Dublin, and if Mr. Hennessy had been wanted the blood to be reclaimed, it would have been one of us who would have done so, and we would not have done so with coy measures and explosives.
That's comforting. Also, name's Esme. Sorry, forgot my manners.
It is very nice to meet you, Miss Esme. I only wish it could have been under better circumstances.
Well, that's cool. It happens.
Yeah, we don't. I'm not gonna say we don't think that y'all were planning something, but given that you are, talking to us as opposed to just freaking out on us for attacking your ghoul, I'm personally a bit more likely to believe that you don't. We just want to make sure we get to the bottom of this, finding out who exactly is behind it.
If it helps, I do believe that the real Mr. Dubrovnik is in that tank over there.
Huh.
Oh, shit.
Well,
Alrighty. I'm
Evan,
not sure how much.
Dimitri's going to pull out his cell phone and try to send a text to Hennessy to get his attention.
Yeah. Esme will say, I'm not sure how much we're allowed to, like, how far we're allowed to go in this scenario, but I can at least say personally, if someone's trying to take out one of our superiors and using one of your people to do it, stands to mention, seems like we both want to get down to whoever's doing this and put the kibosh on them. You know what I mean?
There's a complicated issue at the moment because, obviously, as some of you may know, the Assamites are not exactly unified at this current moment ever since the resurrection of the Ancient One. Many of us have fled to the safety of your Camarilla, and some of us have remained loyal to the old ways and the eldest one. So it is very possible that it is a member of Clan Assamite who wished him dead. However, I assure you it is not the Assamite that I myself represent.
Hey, that's legit. Different gangs.
Yes.
So at the very least, I'd be open to at least working with your people to figure out, what's up. Even if it is some other people, they ain't your people, so shrugs.
I'm sure that we would be able to work out some such arrangement. Thank you, Miss Esme.
Hey, no problem.
So that begs the question: if you believe that Mr. Dubrovnik is in the tank, then who's this gentleman?
His name is Alishar Rashind. As I said,
Sarah.
he is my ghoul.
Yeah, Evan, screw it. Dimitri's just going to call Hennessy. Screw the texting.
Okay. Bring, 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 bring. And what can I do for you, Dimitri?
We have a situation. Apparently, an additional package was attempted to be sent along with the package we were sent to collect.
Oh, who wished to send me a present?
A Mr. Was it Reznik?
Rajnik.
Mr. Reznik, a particular member of a. Is this phone secure?
Yes.
It's a ghoul of clan. Evan, it was Asimite, right?
Yep.
Of clan Asimite, of which his regent is standing right in front of me.
Well, let him know the other part.
Hmm?
Let him know the other part about how we're pretty sure this goes way deeper. This is Esme actually saying that.
Yeah, you might want to bring up, mind control thing.
Yeah, we'll bring that. That's an important part of this.
He just hits the speakerphone button.
Okay, so what happened was we're pretty sure she's gonna talk a little quietly. We're pretty sure this Reznik guy or whatever got mind controlled or something with something called Dominate. I don't know. I don't know how that works.
It is believed that Dubrovnik is actually deceased.
I see. In that case, bring in the ghoul. Give the master, the Domitor, my word that we will not kill their pet. However, I will have him questioned, and I will have the answers.
Do you look at her?
If Hennessy gives his word that he will not kill my ghoul, that is sufficient for me.
You will nod. We shall see you soon, sir.
And as you guys roll this ghoul up on a carpet and attempt to get him out through a crowded nightclub, we will end our scene. Thank you players playing. Thank you watching. This has been another scene in Darkness in Dublin. Have a pleasant evening.